Hey Jeremy, these are my challenge 5 solutions. So the first thing was that the text for each of the difficulties was not centered in the middle of the button. So what I had to do under each of these buttons, they all have their own text drop down. In that text, all I had to do was center the alignment into the middle of the button for each of them. For the next one, the food was destroyed too soon. So what was happening was whenever I had the mouse over the food, it would be destroyed. And what I wanted was when I'd click down on the mouse for the food to be destroyed, I only wanted to click down on it. And all I had to do to do that. So right here, this is what I wanted. And right here, what it had was on mouse enter. And all I had to do was change it to on mouse down. So for the next one, the score is replaced for the word score instead of the actual score itself. And what I had to do to fix that was right here under the score. This just had score in quotes, and I had to put score and leave a space here. Then I had to add the actual score that I would be counting up to from the code. For the next one, there was no way to restart the game after it was over. So what I did to do this was right here, when you stop the game with the restart button right here, I just had to say that when the game was over, the restart button was true, so it would appear. So I just had to switch it from false to true. For the next one, I had to change the difficulty. And to change the difficulty, what I had to do was, one sec, let me see where it is. Should be in start game. Here it is. Right, so the spawn rate that it was at was just at 5, so the spawn rate would always be at 5 no matter what I chose for the difficulty. So all I had to do was change the spawn rate to whatever difficulty it was at. Okay, so now for the bonus challenge, the game could just go on forever. It didn't really have any starting or stopping points until you lost the game. So what I had to do, I had to create a timer that counted down from 60. So you had to click as many foods as you could in 60 seconds. And this is my code to do that. So if the game is active, this is the time that is left. And this line of code shows you that line of code just kind of counts down in whole numbers, not because if you don't have that kind of code, it would just count down with all the decimals and everything. And here, if the time left is less than 0, then there's a game over. And also, what I had to do, I had to create a float that was called time left 60. And I also had to make a new text mesh pro called timer text. And that's also in Unity right here. So to be able to make this right here in time left, I had to make a text mesh pro timer text with have it the game manager script. And I had to put all of these. I had to include all of these parts in it so that it would call the right thing. So here's my game in action. Let's wait for it to load. Might take a bit. Okay, so if I were to do easy, timer's going down, and then I didn't click it, I just missed it, and the game is over, and I'm able to restart hard. Now it's like way harder. See, I wasn't able to finish. Thanks, Jeremy.